Hi, Jill here, and today I'm going to show you how I make my grunge paper roses. You only need a few simple things. Some grunge paper. You could do this with actual paper if you wanted to. I did a lot before I got the grunge paper, but I did go ahead and get myself some grunge paper, as you saw in some of my haul videos. You're going to need a 6-petal flower. I'm choosing to use this flower from the Tattered Florals die through Sizzix and Tim Holtz. You can also use the larger one, or you can make your own. Again, for a while there, I just made some 6-petal flowers. Good pair of scissors, some wire, some paper clips, and then just some inks and some stamps. So this is my finished result in a few different colors. So we'll start with just the red one. I'm going to kind of change it up because of time, but I want to show you what pieces you need. You're going to want 3 flowers with, again, 6 petals. It does work with 5 petals, you just have to modify things a little bit. On your first one, you're going to take your scissors and just put a slit to the center. Then you're going to take your next one and you're going to cut out 1 petal. Keep that little petal, and actually I just cut a little bit off of the edge of that one. And then on your last one, you're going to come in and just cut out 2. Now the way I decorated these was I just used some of my distress inks with my foam blender tool, and I used 2 different colors. Like on this one, I think I used Spun Sugar and Fired Brick, and then Vintage Photo with the stamp. I did a whole bunch of them all different ways, all different colors. Okay, so now once we have this, we're going to go ahead and assemble the flower. And you're going to use your glossy accents. You can use crystal lacquer, whatever you have, a good clear adhesive. I like this because it sticks really well. And of course I should have cleared the tip before I started filming. Sorry about that. Okay. Okay, so you're just going to go whichever direction works for you. Left works for me. So I apply some adhesive to the left petal, stick the right petal to it. Then I'll just take a paper clip and clip it. You're going to go to the next size and do the same exact thing. Some adhesive to the same one, which again for me is left. You're going to stick that petal over, and you're going to apply a paper clip. And then we're going to do that one on the third one. You want enough adhesive that everything sticks together, but don't go nuts with the adhesive because you don't want it squirting out everywhere. Okay, now on the last one we're going to form the petals. We're going to form these petals afterwards, but on this one I do it beforehand. I just roll them between my fingers, and then I roll the one around the other, leaving a gap here. Put some adhesive there. And then we're just going to squish those together. And again, I like that to be down. And then attach a paper clip across it. Okay, it's probably the hardest part right there. Okay, so we're going to go with some dry ones. I'm going to switch over to some yellow that have dried. And just remove all the paper clips. Sometimes, depending on how long you left them, they might be a little stuck. I try not to leave them too long. Okay, so now we're going to come in with all those same little bits. Take my scissors, and I like to just cut tiny little V shape into it. Some people cut straight across. Again, you'll find a preference, you'll find a way that you like. I just like the V for some reason. excuse me. We're going to do that to those 3, and then we're just going to cut the bottom off of that littlest one. Okay. So now we're going to roll the petals back. And again, I'm not giving these a huge roll. I'm just kind of putting them a little bit back, kind of pinching. We have a little bit more resistance, obviously, with the petal with the doubles. But I just love this grunge paper. I've just started working with it recently because it was really hard to find for a while. And so I had been using scrapbook papers. They do work, and so does cardstock. It's just this seems to hold its shape different. Okay, so we're shaping all the petals. And now we're going to simply assemble our rose. Okay, I just set it down. Take a generous amount of my glossy accents, run it along the inside, and stick this little guy in there. Take one more. Very good. And you're going to stick this one. You want to offset the petals, of course. You don't want them all uniform. My glossy accents, I have a new one. This is kind of the bottom of this one. That's why it's squishing along. And you're just going to push this little guy down in there. Okay, the last thing you're going to do is your middle petal. And again, I cut that little piece off. And you're just going to bend the petal back and bend it over itself. This is where your wire comes in. And I think it was Beata on Split Coast Stampers who started doing it this way with the wire. And I just thought it was a great idea. So just put your wire up in there a little bit, come back up, and tighten it around. So that gives you something to attach it to your tag. It's kind of ugly back here, but I just kind of taped them down. So I put just a little bit more, if I have more, glossy accents down in there, yeah. And of course I got a huge blob, but that's fine because that will dry clear. And you just shove this guy down in there. I like to pick it up and just smush it in. Some go in easier than others. And there you go. There's your rose. So here again are some of the other colored ones. I just did some variations, like this one's got the blue and the brown, the blue and the green. This one is the 2 shades of yellow, the 2 shades of actually red and pink. On these I added some glitter to some of them. They're just really easy to make, and you can make them out of pretty much anything. So thanks for stopping by. Have a great day.